Iain Duncan Smith has led the charge, insisting nobody is indispensable, and urging Mrs May to put her foot down after the Chancellor called for a soft and very modest Brexit. The former party leader accused Mr Hammond of going against government policy. The Prime Minister cannot govern with Philip Hammond sniping from the sidelines, he said. She has a serious negotiation on and she does not need the Chancellor contradicting government policy. She needs to say to him, do that again and it will be your last comment as a cabinet minister. Getty. Iain Duncan Smith asked PM May to put her foot down after Mr Hammond called for a modest Brexit. I know Theresa well and soon she'll say enough's enough. A Tory MP. Fellow Tories Jacob Rees-Mogg, Priti Patel, Owen Paterson and Andrew Percy have all criticised Art Remainer Mr Hammond after he followed up on his remarks in Davos with the suggestion that Britain should adopt a middle way in talks. Mr Rees-Mogg, chairman of the European Research Group of more than 100 Eurosceptic MPs, accused him of trying to thwart Brexit. He said the Chancellor ought to support government, that's his job. Getty. Chancellor Philip Hammond has denied any personal rebuke from Prime Minister Theresa May. MP Andrew Bridgen said it was 3 strikes and you're out for Mr Hammond, who he claimed had already contradicted Brexit policy twice before, and another Tory MP, who did not wish to be named, signalled his intention to write to Tory backbench boss Sir Graham Brady calling for Mrs May to be replaced. The chairman of the influential 1922 committee was reported to be ashen-faced at the prospect of receiving another letter. A vote of no confidence is triggered if 48 letters, representing 15% of the parliamentary party, are received. Getty. Jacob Rees-Mogg criticised Art Remainer Mr Hammond after he followed up on his remarks in Davos. Tory insiders insist nowhere near that many have been received. However, the unnamed MP said Mrs May's unwillingness to discipline Mr Hammond was the final straw. He added, it's fast becoming a case of either he goes or she does. Another Tory MP said, there are signatures out there but not nearly enough turkeys. Don't vote for Christmas. Get to Philip Hammond in Davos. I know Theresa well and soon she'll say enough's enough. She'll suddenly snap and sack Hammond on the spot. Although Downing Street slapped down Mr Hammond for his comments, saying plans to leave the single market and customs union could not be described as modest changes, the Chancellor denied any personal rebuke. That revelation is likely to enrage Tory MPs who have been calling on Mrs May to discipline the arrogant, tin-eared Mr Hammond, who is widely unpopular. As one backbencher put it, there's a perception there's nothing more to Mrs May than an empty shell. The leadership contest is like ice forming. The water gets very cold and before you know it the ice has formed. Make no mistake, the water is very, very cold right now. Another high-profile Tory MP has been telling colleagues his toddler could do a better job than Mrs May. Getty. Insiders say they would back Boris Johnson in a leadership bid if he has the support. If Michael Gove. Insiders say they would back Foreign Secretary Boris Johnson in a leadership bid provided he has the support of Environment Secretary Michael Gove. One said, if Michael is willing to let Boris be the front man while he's across the detail, then they could be the dream Brexit ticket. Defence Secretary Gavin Williamson is also said to be on manoeuvres after he confessed to an extramarital affair seen as an attempt to clear the skeletons from his closet. And although he voted Remain, Health Secretary Jeremy Hunt is popular on both sides of Brexit.